Hi, this is Deirdre Catlin, and I'm feeling a little bit that today's topic is about overwhelm, and I'm certainly navigating that in these last couple of weeks, and just talking through like how I navigate that and what I've learned about myself with the feeling of overwhelm, and usually what accompanies it is. Um, for me, a lot of it comes from seeing too many things out in the world, like looking on social media or looking on, events outside of me, and like asking, what is my purpose? Where do I fit in this place? What do I do about it? And sometimes that can be too much information for what I need to be focused on right now. And certainly those times where I gave too much of myself, I I think the overwhelm came from I wasn't paying attention to me and what my needs were. Uh, when I hear people ask about what is my purpose, and I certainly still ask those questions of myself, I have to remember, and when I go back and look at those places, even when I was in a kind of spiraling down spot, is recognize that even though I felt not on purpose, I actually was showing up every day on purpose. So the good news is you're always on purpose. There's just information that we're being received in these feelings that are really frustrating or too much for us. And for me, my pattern was doing too much for others or for the organization I was in or outside of me, and I was not taking the time to really sit and ask what I needed. I had placed too much emphasis on getting positive feedback from doing too much for others, that what I really needed was maybe a break, or to look at what really was something that was taking care of me. And so when I feel in that place of overwhelm, first of all, I remind myself that I am on purpose. I am doing it. Just smiling at someone during the day or having an interaction with somebody is part of what I'm doing. And so having that grace and appreciation that I am showing up every day. And then the second part that a friend kind of pointed me to this practice, and I really liked it, is asking what is nurturing for me in the moment. And a lot of times it's really something very simple. I know for me, to get out of those big, heavy feelings, I think it needs to be a big, heavy commitment or a big gesture to help move out of that feeling. But what I found is just asking what is nurturing for me in this moment and then following through with it, what do I need, helps to shift that perspective and shift that turn and looking at heaviness to something more freeing. And usually when I ask those questions, sometimes there's really simple answers, such as maybe going out and being in nature. For me, being in the sun is incredibly nurturing. It could be the vitamin D, which chemically changes me, or it could be just the fact that it's warmth, or it reminds me of summer and the happiness and joy. Nature for me is big and expansive, and as I look back all throughout my life, it has been this place of refuge, even when I was a kid. Other things that are nurturing could just be going for a walk, taking 10 minutes and going for a walk and just working out that energy that's just too much, which I imagine is more what is creating the energy or the feeling of overwhelm. Someone gave me a really great point, and I think we get mixed up in what our feelings are telling us, and there certainly is a place for honoring the feelings, and they are information for us, but it's also, we can get caught in this looking at them too much and they become overwhelming. And so going for a walk or moving that energy totally shifts those feelings, and helps us change our perspective. other things that are really simple that I know people have kiddos and they take up a lot of time, especially when you have young kids. I have a bottle of essential oil blend that's called Gratitude. And just taking 30 seconds to a minute to smell that changes your body. It relaxes your body. It makes your mind relax. I've used this in my classes, and people are like, whoa, I am a totally different place in just this 1 minute than when I walked in. And so doing little things like that, like maybe it's asking for help. Maybe it's asking for a spouse or a partner to take the kids or take a bath. Anything that you can do that's self-nurturing reinforces that commitment that you're just as important as the world around you. And that's a practice that really has helped me. Someone pointed out to me once that you may have these feelings that, may be telling you one thing, but sometimes we have to put those feelings down and take a look at the evidence of what's really going around. And I think, particularly right now, I'm thinking of families, like if you're the mom or the dad and you're handling or you're feeling overwhelmed by the circumstances, look around you, because I imagine you're doing amazingly well in the eyes of the people that you love and your family and your children. So one of the cool things about being in this world is that our senses are outward focused. And so we look around us to find ways to make ourselves feel good. But if you are able to take just 2 minutes and turn yourself inward and look at yourself and ask, what do I need right now? What can change how I feel? I imagine that there is something that your body, your person is asking for to nurture yourself. And it's really cool because one of the lessons I learned from Afghanistan is we were in this 3-week-long dust storm, and being in the dust storm, breathing it in and not seeing the sun for days and being down on the ground really kind of sucked. But one of the benefits that I got was I got to fly. And so I would just go up at 40 to 50,000 feet. And from that perspective, Afghanistan can be really beautiful. Looking at the power of nature and the mountains and the landscape and just having that higher perspective really got me to realize, wow, it's not always the same when you're on the ground and in the sky. And I thought that was just a really cool metaphor that I really carried with me. And so when I'm in the places where I'm in the dust storm, when I'm in that not great feeling place, how can I change my perspective? And the cool thing is we have these amazing tools within ourselves of breath, of movement, of smell, of our thoughts to change our perspectives that within matters of minutes can change the trajectory of our day. So one of the things I know I don't do enough is give yourself credit that you are on purpose. You are doing exactly what you need to be doing. And there's just some information coming at you that how you can make a change, or that's asking for change, to improve the quality of your life. So I wish you well. I totally understand that feeling of overwhelm, because I'm riding that lower roller coaster for these last few weeks, and know that there's tons of people rooting for you. So I wish you a blessed day. See ya.